going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we dive into the new single from Ariana Grande titled Yes and. This is the first single leading up to AG7, which I'm looking forward to. I'm a big fan of Ariana Grande. Her presence in music is so strong. It's so real that when she steps away, you literally notice her absence, and that is true fucking power. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to plug my Patreon. Everything I'm able to do on YouTube is because of the people that support me over there. So I try to give as much cool, exclusive content that I can. So when it comes to Ariana Grande, I've got a full tour. I've got her like her documentary. I did her behind the tour video series for Dangerous Woman, which was super cool. There's a lot of full uncut album listening parties, like everything's kind of over there. So if you're interested in supporting my page, as well as getting access to all that, including AG7 listening party when it comes out, check the link in the description. But with all that out of the way, we're going to be checking out Yes and. Oh, I like that. The way they cut that vocal right there. Woo! Ari's back. Oh, I love, so I don't know if that is a sample or if it's just the people in the studio put that melody together and then chopped it up a little bit, but I love the chops right there where they just like, they hit certain parts and just repeat it. It just goes so well with that instrumental. All the while Ari is just like giving us so much life with those notes in the back. Dude. Oh, there's such an 80s and 90s like dance vibe to this.
And healing from somebody or something we don't see just right. Boy, come on, put your lipstick on. No one can tell you. Come on and walk this way through the fire. Don't hear what's on your mind. Find yourself in a dark situation. Just turn on your light and be like, yes.
Okay, this is something that I really love about a lot of pulling inspiration from these past eras. So 80s and 90s, dance pop, super fucking cool. Obviously, we're catching a vibe, right? But like, you don't want to just recreate it, right? You have to find a way to kind of modernize it, but make it your own. So listen to the way that it goes from those verses into this chorus. And then Ariana is like, say that shit with your chest, like things that you weren't really saying in the 80s and 90s when it came to dance pop. So that's how you kind of like modernize it and bring it to that world, which Ariana has always been good at.
Be your own fucking best friend. Say that shit with your chest. Keep moving with what's next. Yes, and I'm so done with caring what you think. No, I won't hide. Underneath your own projections, or change my most authentic life.
See, I think that's okay. This is really important because they've always said like hurt people hurt people. And I feel like there's so much truth to that, right? Because you notice when people are really going through it, it's a lot easier to just be like reckless and mean than it is to be nice sometimes. I feel like with the age of social media, we forget sometimes that we also fuck up, or like we also go through hard times, or that we go through breakups, or like sometimes we put so much on these artists and these celebrities, and like, I get it. Like they're in a position of power. They're in a position of money and success and fame. And like, it's something that comes with it. And you know that going in, but that doesn't like take away the fact that we never humanize these people at all. I'm talking about mass scale. I'm not talking about like obviously I do. And like, I know a lot of my fan base does, but like for the most part, like most people don't humanize these people. It's why like people could so easily say, oh, fuck Ariana Grande, fuck Taylor Swift, fuck Demi Lovato. Like there's a reason people do that, right? Because they just feel like they're not a real person, because if that person was in front of you and you could see their real feelings and you still were able to say that to them, you'd be like in a much, I don't think people would fuck with you very much. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be a real awful person. And that's like a lot of people online, unfortunately. So I love what she says here, that like those projections and stuff, they're not going to take away from me living my authentic life. And I feel like if you can take away anything from the song or anything, that should be the root of it right there. Like, yes, you're doing these things. Yes, you're, living your life, whatever. You can't let what other people are going to dictate about you or judge you for to be the thing that stops you from living the life that is yours, because you only get one.
Boy, come on, put your lipstick on. Come on and walk this way through the bars. And if you find yourself in a dark situation, just turn on your light and be like, yes. And say that shit with your chest. And be your own fucking best friend. Say that shit with your chest.
I love that. Yes, and say that shit with your chest and be your own best friend.
What's next? Yes, and my tongue is sacred. I speak upon what I like. Protected, sexy, discerning with my time. Your energy is yours, and mine is mine. What's mine is mine. My face is saying I don't need no
Wait.
disguise.
This whole vibe is sick. I've never really seen her do this. Like, she's kind of like talked her shit and stuff before, but I've never really seen her do this. She's really staying true to that like dance pop theme, which I'm a fan of. I mean, after like putting out 7 albums, or this will be the 7th album, like if you want to try other things, that's fine. And she always has. Like, let's just be real. Every album from Ariana has had an evolution in some form or an inspiration from something else. You want that, right? You don't. Okay, there's a lot of bands that I love that have put the same album out like 46 times at this point, and that's cool. But they're not pop stars. They're not mega successful, right? So to be able to switch it up and still have that big following is incredible. But this part right here is really cool. Just this whole like kind of speaking thing. And at the same time with this song, I feel like it stands as like it's almost like a middle finger to everybody, but also a double meaning, because at the same time it's a middle finger to everybody, because it's like you want to like finally embrace yourself, love yourself, and be authentic to you, whatever that is, regardless of the judgment of people. And I like that in talking she kind of gives that same vibe.
Your energy is yours, and mine is mine. What's mine is mine. My face is saying I don't need no disguise. Don't comment on my body, do not reply.
Actually, that is interesting. What she just said, don't comment on my body. It's weird that Ariana, and this happens to like celebrities all the time. It's like any time. It's almost always female celebrities, but it does happen to male celebrities too. But it's almost always female. And it's almost always, if anything changes in their body, it goes up or goes down, it's a fucking news article. I can't even imagine, like, as somebody who has definitely struggled with like binge eating, for my entire life. My weight fluctuates a lot because of it. And I just can't imagine if every single time I gained like 3 pounds, somebody commented on it. Like, that would I mean, I'd be so fucked. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about all this positive energy, love yourself, live for yourself. But, you talk about somebody's like trigger points enough like that, and eventually, even if they don't care what you have to think, they're thinking about it in their head because they already thought that about themselves.
Your business is yours, and mine is mine. Why do you care so much? Who's that right?
And why does everybody care so much about whose dick I ride? The context of this entire track. At the end of the day, we're talking about how it doesn't matter what I'm going through, everybody else projecting their feelings on it isn't really necessary in this situation. It's also just a reminder that, especially if you're Ariana's level, you're going to be in the news. Turns out you're a celebrity, right? So everything you do, right or wrong, it ends up everywhere. It's a video and it's trending. And it's basically saying, like, why is this newsworthy? Why is my relationship, whether you agree with it or not, why is it newsworthy?
Say that shit with your chest. Be your own fucking best friend. Say that shit with your chest. Keep moving your toes next. Yes, and yes. And say that shit with your chest.
I love those runs.
Be your own fucking best friend.
Dude, honestly, dance club's kind of a vibe for her. I'm just saying. I feel like, you know, one downside to that is that that style isn't really known for just going big on these vocals. It's definitely happened, but like you can even tell in the mix in this, even when she hits those high notes, which are so beautiful, they're really turned down in the mix a little bit. And I think it's to keep the vibe so nothing's overpowering. Obviously, Ariana Grande is a powerhouse. She can overpower those instrumentals if she wants to. But you want the song to be playing in the club. You want the remixes. You want the DJs to love this track and play it. When it comes to the lyrics, obviously, I saw on Twitter, a lot of people were talking strictly just about that dick riding comment. People were like saying it was just, you know, they didn't agree with how she was approaching the situation. But like, I think I understand, very publicly went through something. A lot of people know about it, sure. But also in the context of the song, it actually like, it has a bigger meaning, although yes, you could just cut that out and you could say it's about this and sure. But if you look at it in the context of the song, this song is literally just talking about being you. The idea is just do you based on the opinion of you. Like support yourself, love yourself. And I think that she delivers that in a dance club vibe. The only things that we're missing is I wish those beautiful fucking runs she was doing would have been up in the mix a little bit more. Maybe on the album it will be. I don't know. And I don't know what the whole album's going to sound like. Does she do a whole dance pop album? I don't see that from her, but I do see there being like a few tracks like this and I'm into it. I'm definitely looking forward to the ballads. I think when Ariana comes around, you guys gotta look for that ballad. I'm hoping that there's a little bit of hip hop influence, like Thank You Next, just because that version of Ariana is amazing. And again, last thing, this instrumental, I love the intro because that sample that they used or whatever they did and they chopped it up just right. It just sounded so cool. And I think that it built up into this drop and it made it feel like a modern dance hit inspired by the 80s and the 90s. So that's sick. At the end of the day, I'm excited about this. I can't wait for the album. I'm going to be doing a album reaction here on YouTube, chopped up. You guys know the drill. Full uncut album reaction / listening party over on Patreon. We'll listen to the whole thing, dissect the lyrics, do the whole thing. So if you guys are interested in that, you want to go check out all the Ariana Grande content I already have leading up to AG7. Links in the description. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.